Hello and welcome to this channel. My name is Dina and this is the Way of the Founder channel. Listen, if you're currently in a traditional job and you're eager to get out of that job and build a life of freedom, freedom of location, time, choice, and thought, this video is for you and probably this whole channel is for you. So make sure to stick around and to subscribe. By the end of this video, you'll have the 4.5 steps that I myself followed and that many of my clients follow to begin to implement a life of freedom and actually take action towards this beautiful dream of breaking free from a traditional job and entering into a life that is entirely of your own design, wildly fulfilling and on purpose. This is exactly what I do. Exactly. Again, my name is Dina. I'm a professional coach, and at Way of the Founder, I I help disillusioned professionals break free and heal from a traditional expectation-ridden life and career and build a life that is location independent and a business that allows for freedom of choice. This video really I'm sharing with you not just the 4 steps, but the 4 steps that I took to really go from, this nightmarish career that I ended up living in a city that I thought would be my dream city to live in, Los Angeles, where I lived as an expat and worked at what I thought to be my dream job, and into a life of true freedom. It was in Los Angeles where I began to really look at, okay, what could life look like if I didn't follow this traditional path of getting a degree and then getting a job and getting promotions and then one day, 40 years down the line, retiring. These steps also are a little untraditional in the sense that typically when you type in the like, oh, how do I become a nomad? How do I quit my job in 6 months? You get a lot of business advice. You get like, oh, like come up with your brand colors and then start your social media channel and then wait for clients to come. Well, first of all, you don't have to start a social media channel to get your first couple of clients, but that's a topic for a different video on a different day. But also notice the operative word, usually, whether you admit to that or not, when you want to break free from a traditional career, is purpose, is fulfillment, is I just want to feel as though I'm on a fire. I just want to feel as though this life is truly one that I built for myself. So why follow someone else's 3-step process to build an online business just to get out of that traditional career and into someone else's model for life that still doesn't really work for you? So the first step that I took that I'm asking you to take is vision. If this is not the life you want, if you're ready to defy this current life, I'm asking you, well, what is the life that you do want? You can't create something that you haven't defined. So my encouragement would be every morning for like an hour or so, if you have that time, maybe it's just 10 minutes while you're already in the car driving to your work. What is it that an ideal life in a day would look like? An ideal day in a life would look like? What is it that you would want to wake up to? What are the conversations you would want to be having? What do you want your career, your business to do for you? And importantly, as you envision that ideal life, I'm asking you to take away any expectations or judgments. So something that I did back in Los Angeles is I used to commute into work about an hour early so that I can just have an hour to journal in the cafe across the street from my office. I would just sit in that cafe, have a coffee, and I would just write about, well, money wasn't a problem. If there weren't any expectations on me, if I didn't fear that I might disappoint my mom or my boss if I quit my job, what is the life that I would go after? And slowly, as the days and the months progressed, I was like, oh my gosh, like I want this life of travel. I want this life of freedom of choice. And this is exactly what I define freedom as. So that's your first step, vision. Your second step would be mindset, right? On the way out of the door of your office and into the rest of your life, you're going to have to change your mindset, not just your mindset from that of an employee to that of an entrepreneur, but even you need to be digging a little deeper. You will be asked on this journey into freedom to change any limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. So I want to give you a few examples of beliefs that are quite common amongst wannabe entrepreneurs, wannabe nomads, and expats that you may also harbor that you need to change. I don't have any skills to build my business with. Now is not the right time. I don't have enough money to quit my job. What will my mom think if I quit my job? These are all limiting beliefs, and these are all beliefs that point to, oh, I'm letting an outside circumstance define what is and isn't possible for my life. I'm going to need you to flip that. I'm going to need you to look at, okay, I have this circumstance and I'm choosing that this situation is happening for me. And I'm choosing that I can receive guidance and lessons from this situation. That's the mindset shift that is important. Now, you can let me know in the comments if any of these beliefs resonate as true for you, and I can do a whole video on how to turn limiting into empowering beliefs. But suffice to say for this video, one of the questions that is sort of like a really quick key to unlock more empowering beliefs is to become aware of your thoughts and then ask yourself, is this factually true? Like, take the money, for example. I don't have enough money to quit my job. Is this factually true? And usually this question will force you to examine that thought, do some research, and come up with a plan of attack. Okay, I need this much money, and this is how I'm choosing to create that money by this day. Now you're owning the situation. Now you're no longer a victim of the situation. So the third step, seems a little out of context, but let me explain. I'm going to need you to come up with a purpose statement. And this is a little different from a traditional business mission statement. It's a little closer to your heart. And the reason I'm asking you to do this, the reason I did this for myself is because I didn't want to end up in yet another professional or personal situation that just didn't suit me, that I was just doing because I thought I had to, because I thought I should. I wanted to end up in a professional and personal situation that allowed me to be, that allowed me to really just show up authentically and have life reward me for showing up authentically. So here is what I did, and this is what I'm asking you to do. Chronologically, go through your life and come up with at least 10, if not 20 situations where you were just on fire. You were like, this life is so freaking amazing. I love this life and I want more of it. And look at what you were doing, who was with you, and what the impact was on you and on the people that were with you. This can be really momentous, like winning an award, or it can be really small, like sitting on the top of a mountain meditating and there's no one around you. What if you could live a life that is full of these moments? What if every day you had one of these I love my life moments? And then out of these 10 moments, look at, well, what's the golden thread? What's the thing that I always do with these kinds of people? And what's the impact that tends to occur as a result of me just firing on all cylinders? If you can summarize that, you have your purpose statement. And this purpose statement can become a North Star for you. It can even become a litmus test for you to make decisions in the moment and go, can I go and live out my purpose? Can I go and fire on all cylinders? If the answer is no, you probably don't want that thing in the life that you're creating, in the life that is based on freedom. So again, this purpose statement becomes your filter to say, that's on purpose. No, that's not on purpose. That's on purpose. No, that's not on purpose. Now that takes a little bit of courage as a side note to actually live your life to design that life lived on purpose. But you don't have to go out and meditate for 10 years to find your purpose. Your purpose is in your life right now. Your purpose is revealing itself to you every time you feel as though you just really love your life and this moment. If you could live these emotions and these thoughts and this impact of this moment every single day, you would be just fine. That's your purpose. Now, your fourth step, your final step is very, very concrete because you actually do need a plan of attack. You actually do need to open up your calendar and go, boom, boom. This is the day, this is the date on which I'm going to hand in my 2 weeks notice. So you have to have a transition plan. So the previous three steps, vision, mindset, purpose, I would ask you to cycle through them for a few months every single day. This final step, I need you to just create a transition plan and then follow the transition plan. And see, just for context and transparency also, this is a step I wish I had taken. This is not a step I actually took. I quit my job very much on the fly. I was presented with, here's a promotion and here's a visa sponsorship, and also we want to give you more money and a new title, and it's all great, and please keep working for us. And I walked in the next day and I handed in my promotion, handed in my notice. I walked out of that office that same day and I booked a one-way ticket to Vietnam. So I'm telling you to do something that I wish I had done and something I had probably done if I had had guidance, but I didn't. I did it all myself. I learned it on the fly, and now here we are, and I'm here to tell the tale. So your transition plan might be a little scary, but just think of this as a road trip. You're planning your road trip into freedom. Freedom is the destination. And much like for an actual road trip, you have to first define your destination and then you have to pack for it, right? Like you have to fuel up the car and you have to pack snacks and you have to make sure that the luggage fits into the trunk, etc. You're doing the same thing here, except that the destination is maybe a one-way ticket. The destination is maybe to quit your job and stay in your town for a little while. Maybe the destination is to open up the possibility or the option to fly between two cities that you really love, or between where you live and where your family is, and not let the job or the career get into the way. If that life were to become a reality 6 months from now, 6 months from now, because 6 months is really nice. It's like just far enough away for you to make real significant headway, but it's also close enough for you to really have to haul your behind and build up the momentum necessary to make some significant changes happen, right? So that's the destination. What needs to happen along the way? How many clients do you need? How much income do you need to have from your business? Do you want savings? If so, how much? What's the plan to create these savings? Do you maybe need to take a second job, or are you completely confident that within the next few weeks you can begin to make money with your first one-on-one offer? Which legal things must be in order? Think your phone plans, your lease, your car, your passport. Which business support or resources do you need in order to meet these income goals 6 months from now and beyond? And are there any boundaries that you need to put in place, conversation or with your schedule, to achieve these goals? Because, and hear me when I say this is going to require you to go and work overtime. You may want to build a freedom-based business, and I'm all for that, but it takes a lot of discipline to build that freedom. So what are the boundaries? What's the discipline that needs to be reflected in your schedule, in your calendar, in order to make this happen? Now, by the way, I'm going to link some courses and some resources below in the description in case you need any help with any of these questions or bullets. If you need help getting clients, I have a resource for you. If you need help really defining this transition plan, I have a resource for you. So if you're stuck on any of these things, grab some of the resources and courses that are linked in the description below. But go through this exercise. This goes back to mindset. Well, okay, so can you actually make it happen within 6 months? Rather than saying I can't, say let's see. What 6 months from now, I'm recording this video in January, what if you could leave your job in June? Because you have the income necessary, the savings necessary, the clients lined up that you need in order to make this life happen, because you've gone through this is the vision, this is the thing that I'm working towards. And here I'm looking at the mindset and I'm undoing some of the limiting beliefs. And now I have my purpose statement. My purpose statement actually helps me define what the service is that I want to offer, what I want to do with my newly established business. And now I have this plan of attack and I'm working the plan. Wow. These are the 4 steps. The half step is for you to now go and implement. You may feel really, really riled up about, building your freedom life, having watched this video, and thank you for staying until the end of the video. And I so acknowledge you for doing that, because that tells me a lot about you. That tells me so much about how eager you truly are and how ready you are to go and implement. And this is the half step, go and implement. Schedule time for your future self. Schedule time for your dreams, and your dreams will become true if you continuously work towards them every single day. So let me know in the comments what you learned from this video. Let me know what your dreams are for 6 months from now. And if you don't want to put this in the comment because your boss might see it, just shoot me a DM. I'm on Instagram at _way of the founder. I truly can't wait to hear from you. And with that, off you go on your very own way of the founder. And I'll see you in the next video.